Hey Jamie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Alex?
Pretty good, pretty good. Nice to see you back.
Sure.
I remember you mentioning over the phone that you've got the updated documents, your bank statements. So have you got them with you?
Yes, in fact, this is all my paperwork, and it should all be sorted now. My paperwork looks pretty strong. Does everything look okay now?
Uh, yeah, let me have a look. Oh, so the balances have shot up, which
Yep.
is pretty good.
Yep.
But I can see that the overall jump is primarily because of this one big transaction that I'm observing here, of
Mm-hmm.
$50,000.
Mm-hmm.
So what, have you sold any of your assets or what has
Oh
happened?
no, so this is actually like a one-off loan that I've taken from my uncle
Mm-hmm.
just to get through the application process. So once the bank approves my loan, I intend to return it back to him.
Oh, so this is not your money.
No, this is not a part of my saving, and I think the bank didn't need to know since it's not a part of my permanent savings.
Hmm. Right. So I think, Jamie, what's very important for us to know at this point in time is that this money is not your money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are certain ethical, obligations that I have as a mortgage broker, and I really want to explain them very, very clearly
Yep,
to
yep,
you.
sure.
Right. So, as part of our NCCP Act,
Mm-hmm.
that's a National Consumer Credit Protection Act,
Mm-hmm.
we are supposed to work in the best interest of the client, but at the same time, make sure that we are following our ethics to the T,
Okay.
which means when we go to the bank with an application, we have to provide each and every information in the correct fashion. We can't fudge that information.
Sure.
Now, given this money is not yours,
Mm-hmm.
it is taken from your uncle, the bank would want to see that whether the money is yours or not, because what they evaluate is that whether you have the right capacity to pay back or not.
Mm.
For that matter, they also want to see that whether you have the the 20% amount which you were willing to pay from your own pocket, because
Mm-hmm.
we have applied only for an 80% loan from the bank.
Right.
Now, given this money is not yours and you'll be returning it back to your uncle,
Mm-hmm.
it means you don't have sufficient funds.
Right.
And by not sharing this information with them, we are kind of doing a fraud with the bank.
Hmm.
It's not only the requirement of an NCCP Act, but given I'm a part of Mortgage and Financial Association, that's MFAA, it's very important for me to follow their code of conduct, which very clearly says that I have to work in an ethical paradigm.
Hmm.
I have to keep my ethics intact.
Sure.
Now, the challenge, if we go with something like this, as you're proposing, of not telling the bank,
Mm-hmm.
and if the bank gets to know,
Mm.
there can be real heavy legal repercussions for both of us, to
Mm.
the extent that I might end up losing my credit license and you might have a complete legal obligation running on your head.
I
So it's an
understand.
offense,
Mm. Sure, I understand that. Yeah.
right? But having said that, I understand your financial situation and I've
Mm-hmm.
got all the details with me.
Mm-hmm.
What we will do is we will update your application with whatever numbers are here,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, we will also put a note
Mm.
that this particular money doesn't belong to you.
Okay.
Now, we know that from the initial options that I gave you about the banks, none of those banks would be happy to lend you loan because your balances are low.
Right.
But it's my responsibility to get you your home loan and get you to the home you want to get into.
Sure.
Right. So what we will do is I'll put in some extra work out there
Mm.
and start looking for lenders who can understand your financial situation and yet approve your loan with your current financial situation.
Okay.
Right. So as next steps, what we will do is I'll update your documentation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure that everything is clearly mentioned out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll come back to you with the fresh options of those lenders who are okay to lend money to you.
Okay.
Right. Now, one thing which you will probably have to understand is that given you have a low balance with you,
Mm-hmm.
you might be going with a higher percentage of mortgage, which can have some impact on the interest numbers of the loan, the
Okay.
interest that the banks will charge.
Okay.
But I will try my level best to get you the most negotiated deal,
Sure.
right? But we will do all of this within our ethical paradigm. We will not go outside this
Sure.
because we don't want to get into any trouble later on.
Yes, absolutely. I do understand that.
Yeah. So let me come back to you with the options. Give me a week's time,
Sure.
and I'll call you back maybe in next 3 to 4 days, and then we can have another catch up, and we will run through your new and fresh options.
Sure. Sounds great.
Will that be okay?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
And
Alex.
we'll catch up once again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Any other questions you have?
No, I'm good for now. I think
Yeah.
you've explained me everything very well, and I look forward to hear from you in a week's time.
Wonderful. It's
Sure.
nice catching up. Yeah?
Thanks, Alex.
Take care. Bye.